Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Jamaica has issued a travel ban on the UK. That means for a certain period of time, no flights will be going from the UK into Jamaica. And we are going to talk about that. We're going to also explain to you what we know so far about the new strain of COVID that has been discovered in the UK. We're also going to explain to you how long the travel bans and the lockdown will last. And we're going to explain to you what is Tier 4 as parts of the UK gear up for or to go under Tier 4 lockdown. All right. So, as we stand right now, and according to Loop News as it was published, Jamaica has joined a growing list of countries that have issued a travel ban against the United Kingdom following growing concerns over a fast spreading strain of the coronavirus or COVID-19. It is said that this new strain is 70 times more easily spread than the previous strain. A statement issued Monday morning by the Ministry of Health and Wellness said that the ban takes effect immediately in Jamaica and it will prohibit all flights from the UK to Jamaica for an initial 2-week period ending January 4th, 2021. If you're wondering when this is going to end, so far, January 4th, 2021. That does not mean that they won't extend it if things get worse. But despite the ban, the ministry had advised that flights that are coming into the country over the next 24 hours period, that is on December 21st to December 22nd, all the flights that are already en route coming into the country over the next 24 hours and those that are outbound heading from Jamaica to the UK, those will be allowed to go up to midnight, Tuesday, December 22nd. The country is expecting 3 flights from the UK over the next 24 hours, one of which is already en route. However, passengers who board those flights will be subjected to a minimum of 48 hours state quarantine and PCR testing. It advised the passenger who tests negative will be fitted with armbands for monitoring and will be released to complete their 14-day quarantine at home, while those found to be positive will be isolated in state facilities until they recover. So if you're heading from Jamaica to the UK before this ban effectively takes place, your flight is somewhere in the next 24 hours, then you already know what's going to happen to you. You will have a minimum of 48-hour state quarantine, and if you're found to be tested positive, you will be on state quarantine lockdown for 14 days at a minimum or until you recover. The ministry has further advised that family members of persons who arrive on these flights will be able to pick up their relatives after the minimum 48-hour quarantine. So if you arrive in Jamaica on the 22nd, then it is 48 hours from then that your parties can pick you up. All right? Persons who arrive in the country from other ports of entry via the UK will also be required to adhere to all restrictions in the line with provisions under the Quarantine Act. Additionally, the ministry is strongly advising Jamaicans right now not to travel to the UK at this time. Those who travel overseas, including to the UK, will be subjected to the established quarantine or isolation procedures on their return to Jamaica. Plain and clear. Although the particular strain of COVID-19, which has mutated, has reportedly been spreading in the UK for some time, news emerged on the weekend that it is transmitted up to 70 times easier than the previously known strain. Despite the assurance, about 30 countries, many of which are in the European Union, have issued temporary travel bans on the UK. So right away, you know that Jamaica is not special, as in we're not the only ones that are doing it. 30 other countries, many of which are in the European Union, have already issued temporary travel bans on the UK as well. And some of those countries include Canada, Argentina, Iran, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Bulgaria, Chile, Croatia, Denmark, El Salvador, and there are quite a few more. Now, as far as this Tier 4 lockdown goes, I will give you a little explanation of what Tier 4 is. There are different tiers of lockdown. You have Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4. All right? Tier 4. And on Tier 4, Boris Johnson has announced new Tier 4 restrictions for London, the southeast and east of England, amid a surge in COVID-19 cases and alarm about a new strain of coronavirus that is spreading rapidly in that region. What does Tier 4 mean? Tier 4 restrictions: non-essential shops, hairdressers, and leisure and entertainment venues, those must close down. With a new stay-at-home message, people who need to travel for education or for childcare, those people will be exempt. And exercise is unlimited. So you can go outside, walk around the block, get you some exercise, do some push-ups and sit-ups and all that. Unlimited amount of exercise and get back in your house. Where people cannot work from home, they will still be able to travel to work. So for those who need to go to work, you will still be allowed to go to work. Now, under the measures, households are not allowed to mix. That means you stay at your registered address. Whatever address is on your government ID or whatever address as your address is on your driver's license, you stay at your address. So in other words, if your mom lives at another address and you live at another address, under Tier 4, you're not allowed to go over to mommy's house. Household mixing is prohibited under Tier 4. But one person is allowed to meet with one other person outside in a public space. That means somebody from mommy's house can meet with somebody from your house outside in a public space. You can't go into her house. She can't go into your house. Good luck enforcing this, though, because I don't think people are, especially in a Christmas season, people want to go over to their mom house for their rum cake and their sorrel and them curry goat dinner and all these things and them oxtail dinner. Ain't nobody listening to that. Nobody is going to lock themselves away from their loved ones throughout this whole Tier 4 thing. One of the loopholes is that exercise unlimited. So guess what? When you catch me outside, I am exercising, but I'm exercising on my way to my mom's house to get some rum cake. And that's go on, right? So now you understand what this whole Tier 4 thing is about. Those who are deemed clinically extremely vulnerable should not go to work and should limit their time outside of their house. Tier 4 residents must not stay overnight away from home, and they cannot travel abroad. That's what the whole Tier 4 thing is about. Now, as I explained before, there's also Tier 3 and Tier 2. Like, for instance, under Tier 2, non-essential shops, those can open. Gyms can open. Hairdressers and barbershops and all that. Personal care businesses, places of worship, all these places can open. That's under Tier 2. Okay? Under Tier 3, non-essential shops, gym, hairdressers, and other personal care businesses, they can also open. Place of worship and all these things, weddings are permitted, all that can open. Hospitality venues can open. Delivery, with the exception of delivery and takeaway service. So it's a little less strict. Under Tier 4, it is pretty extremely strict when you get to the point where you are not allowed to visit your family members, right? Why you shouldn't freak out about this new strain of coronavirus is because scientists are saying that usually viruses mutate all the time. Majority of the mutations in a virus usually are making the virus less strong, are making the virus less able to be transmitted. So they never hold press conferences and talk about the new strain or the mutation of, because most of those are not something you worry about. However, under this new strain, which they have found to have infected over 1,000 people in the UK already, they are concerned about this new mutation because this new mutation allows it to spread 70 times faster than the previous. Now, a lot of people are saying the vaccine is out. They're distributing vaccines. Is this vaccine going to be effective against the new strain? And scientists have said yes. Very unlikely that this new strain is able to beat the new COVID vaccine. So in other words, they're telling the people that go ahead and get the COVID vaccine because it will also cover this new strain. However, there are other scientists that are saying we don't know as yet. It is still under investigation, right? Now, my question to you is this. Are you planning on taking the new vaccine? Are you concerned about this new strain? Are you in the UK? Are you in a part of the UK that is about to go under tier 4 lockdown? And will you be abiding by those rules and regulations? I know right now, those people who are scheduled to be deported back to Jamaica from the UK, they are probably breathing a sigh of relief, at least for a couple more weeks, as the ban has been implemented and no flights after the next 24 hours will be allowed into Jamaica from the UK. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.